Whenever you whisper into the microphone, I think that's
Okay, we're live.
Right.
All right, going.
Testy pass, Felix.
Rule number 1, no doubt. Rule number 2, have as much fun as possible.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're on the 50-mile march to Smith and Wesson right now. We're in the middle of Massachusetts and basically the middle of nowhere.
Let's make some noise!
So right now we're marching to Smith and Wesson to demand two things. One is that they donate $5 million annually to gun violence prevention research and hold some accountability for what they do, and also to demand that they stop manufacturing guns that are already illegal in the state but not illegal in other states, such as the M&P-15 and the AR-15 style weapons that are already illegal here in Massachusetts. Now I'm going to go around and ask some other local organizers what this event is like, and just stay tuned for you guys to find out. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jack. I'm 16. I live in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Here, do it on selfie. Just hold it.
All right. Bring it up.
Here, just talk.
Sure. So I'm marching because I believe myself morally responsible for the deaths that guns created in my state caused in other states. This is why we're demanding that they stop the manufacturing of all weapons banned in our state. We don't think it's okay that if we don't think something's safe enough for us, why should we ship it out to different states? So that's why I'm here today.
Amazing. Is the lead organizer of March for Our Lives Boston. Vickiana is amazing. Vickiana, why do you march?
I march because it's time to hold Smith and Wesson accountable. This is our chance to get gun manufacturers on the side of gun violence prevention, you know? This is their chance to stand up against the NRA and make a really good difference and change some lives. So, I don't know if Jack explained the second goal, but the second demand is that they donate $5 million to gun violence prevention research so that we can learn best how to save lives. And that's their chance to do that, you know?
Amazing. So right now, I'm going to go and interview Manuel Oliver from Change the Ref. Tio Manny, we're live right now on Twitter. March.
Oh, why do I march? I'm not stopping marching. This is what I do. This is what me and Patricia do since February 14th, and we're not going to stop doing it. Why are you not marching? That is the question. Anybody that is watching us through Twitter, you have to get up and march. You have to join the kids. We have to support them. We have to protect the kids.
Exactly. So, what's the experience been like on the first day for you of the 50-mile march?
It's amazing. Again, everything that we do together, it empowers us as parents. As you know, we are still parents of Joaquin. I am marching with Joaquin's shoes. So Joaquin is also marching in a way. And we're almost done for today. It's been great. It's been really a great experience. I love it.
we'll be seeing a lot of support from people, you know, driving around.
Yes. A lot of
That's very,
local
very
support.
important, yes.
Okay, now we're going to go to the founder of Stop Handgun Violence here in Massachusetts. So, what's your experience in the gun violence prevention community?
Well, here in Massachusetts since 1994, as a gun owner, we have enacted the most effective gun laws in the nation, the first in the nation consumer protection standards for firearms, the first ban of bump stocks, a permanent ban on assault weapons, and copycat weapons like the one used, made by Smith and Wesson and used at Parkland. So we have proven the NRA's worst nightmare. Gun laws work, and you don't need to ban most guns in order to reduce the majority of gun violence.
Exactly. And earlier that you were making some comments about the march and what that experience was like. What was the most memorable part of March 24th for you?
It was so powerful. I was there with my family and 20 neighbors and kids. And I felt so hopeful because of the March for Our Lives movement. Because student movements have changed public policy throughout history. And I believe this student movement will change Congress and will change gun laws long term. And then it hit me as I was standing shoulder to shoulder with all of you, 850,000 people, and I realized, oh my God, It has been 850,000 dead Americans since I built the billboard on the Massachusetts Turnpike in 1994. And that was like Pennsylvania Avenue packed from the Capitol to the White House. And that is the number of bodies that have piled up because Congress has chosen blood money campaign contributions over the health and safety of American lives, and particularly kids who aren't safe in schools anymore because there's a mass shooting every day of this country. So if this movement is sustainable, and I believe it is because I don't think you kids are going anywhere other than continuing to march, you will change Congress in November and beyond, and we will change national gun laws.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so right now we're just on our way. This is a 50-mile march. I got for these 50-mile marches. They're orange for gun violence prevention. They're very comfortable. I need them. I'm gonna try going up and finding the founder of 50 Miles More, Katie. The story of 50 Miles More is it started with a march from Madison, Wisconsin, to Janesville, Wisconsin. It's a 50-mile march to the Speaker of the House's hometown, Paul Ryan, to demand common sense gun laws and demand that he allow the vote on things like universal background checks and common sense gun laws. So that's how the 50-mile march started. It was also inspired somewhat by the March on Selma and a lot of historical events. So it's been really amazing to do this. Personally, I love walking, so it's a really nice experience. It's almost therapeutic to be seeing how much support there is. And at the end of the day, we've had some people go against us, but that proves we're still winning and we're being still effective. The fact that people are still critical of us and say that we aren't being effective means that we're still being effective. We've gotten over 50 gun laws passed in 25 states since the shooting at our school. And I know that we can save thousands of more lives by working together to end this. Katie, do you want to be on a live stream?
Sure.
Okay. One second, I got it. Okay, so guys, this is Katie.
Hi.
Want to introduce yourself?
I'm the executive director of 50 Miles More National, so I was one of the organizers for the original 50 Mile More March in Wisconsin, and I'm now helping organize the one in Massachusetts.
So what's this experience been like for you?
It's been amazing. The one in Wisconsin was awesome. It was much colder than this, which made it a little bit more difficult. But it was, incredibly empowering, as this one is turning out to be, and just getting to know young people from all different parts of the state and all different communities and all different backgrounds is a really empowering and inspiring experience.
What do you think of this march compared to previous marches, and what do you think the historical significance of this is?
Well, the original idea, behind the 50 miles was, not just 50 miles more from March for Our Lives, but also the marches that happened from Selma to Montgomery were 54 miles. So it was 50 miles more from that, and really continuing that legacy of youth activism that was so present during the civil rights movement. And as far as this march compared to the other marches, I think this team is a really, really great organizing team, and they've done an amazing job. And the energy that's, you feel it right now, is really, really awesome. And if you go to our Facebook, 50 Miles More, and check out our live streams, you can see it and get to know some of the marchers and hear their stories and kind of experience a little part of what it feels like to be here.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And just, if you live in Massachusetts and if you're on our way to Springfield, come out and join us. March a mile, Marching a mile, even marching a foot is doing more than most of our politicians right now. So just come out here and support if you want, and just make your voice heard. So thank you guys so much for watching. Keep up the great work, and make sure that you remember this in November, specifically on November 6th. It's the day of the midterm elections. And that is when we can make this country what it says it is, a country that cares about kids, a country that actually wants to protect us and protect their constituents and not special interests. But the only way we're ever going to make that happen is by voting. Thank you guys. I love you all, and keep up the great work.